What's up, guys? Welcome back to MCU News. Today we have Season 1, Episode 11, and with MCU News, in the beginning I admit it wasn't that great because of the whole footage corrupted thing. I kind of had lower self-esteem, and I didn't really put that much effort into it, so I was just doing these weird things. But now, with some MCU News back with a bang, and I'm doing a bunch of crazy stuff that I would have done, but the footage corrupted. Really didn't work for me. Today we're going to be discussing the Avengers Endgame time travel. There's a lot of controversial stuff with this, but today I'm going to be sharing my opinion. What I think happened is going to be complicated, so if you're not a nerd, then you're not going to understand this at all. Anyways, cue that intro. In Avengers Endgame, the Avengers go back in time to retrieve the stones, the Infinity Stones, to snap their fingers to bring everybody back from the blip. But things kind of get a little complicated. They have to go back and put the stones back after they're done using them so that those other timelines don't get messed up. So it's kind of complicated. A lot of people have different opinions on this. But I think when Cap goes back in time to put all the stones back, he made it exact, and he made it that the Avengers never even went back in time. So all that stuff regarding in 1970, Howard never met Howard Potts. None of that happened. But the only thing that did happen, everything regarding the Space Stone. So Tony arguing with, I forgot his name, the villain of Winter Soldier, Alexander Pierce, and him falling down, his chest, and Thor getting Mjolnir and hitting it on his chest for him to look back, and Loki getting the Tesseract and going away. That still happened because Cap wasn't able to go back in time and put the Tesseract back because they never even took it. So they weren't able to stop themselves there. But Cap never fought Cap. They undid that. Hulk never met the Ancient One. So everything was put back in place. So chronologically, it never happened, as Bruce said. But it never, no interactions at all. That's what I think. It would be pretty tough to make that happen, but that's what I think. And Red Skull and Cap, God. But technically, Black Widow, if that happened, should Black Widow be alive? It's confusing. I'm not really sure about that. But whatever. Now the big thing, a lot of people are saying, they introduced the multiverse. Because in Endgame, when you time travel, if you're going back to the past, you go to an alternate timeline. And then whatever you do there happens in the alternate timeline. And if you come back to your timeline, and you don't affect your timeline of whatever you did there. You're just messing up with the other timeline. And people are saying, that makes it the multiverse. It's not the multiverse though. Because in the multiverse, different realities have completely different things happening. But when they're time traveling, everything up leading to that point is the exact same. But the stuff that they're changing affects the future in that timeline. So all of these timelines are part of one reality, and then there's multiple realities in the multiverse. You probably didn't understand that. Very confusing topic, I know. So that's why I think it's not the multiverse. Obviously, there is a multiverse in the MCU, I think. We're not sure yet, because the Ancient One says there is, but then Mysterio lies about it. But just because he lied about it doesn't mean there's not one. Obviously, Peter was like, that doesn't make sense. But there still could be one, because Doctor Strange 2 is called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah. But now regarding when Cap goes back to Peggy, there are two different things could have happened here. One, he goes back to the alternate timeline, and then because he went back there, then Peggy in that alternate timeline never married that other man, and it's just in this timeline. Or two, when he goes to the Ancient One, he asks her if he can use the time stone, and she can send him to his timeline in that part when Peggy was alive, so they can live together. And then Peggy and Steve were actually the ones who got married, and Peggy was talking about Steve in the Winter Soldier, because the time stone, when you time travel with the time stone, you can go to any timeline with the time stone. So there's a possibility that could happen. I don't really know which one I believe. I would like to believe two because it's just better that way. But I don't really know. The Russos haven't really said anything about it. But that's what I think about this endgame time travel thing. It's a pretty confusing aspect. Yeah, it is a pretty confusing aspect. When I first watched Endgame, I'll be honest with you, I did not understand. And when future Nebula killed past Nebula, I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. But then after rewatching it, when I watched it the second time in theaters, yes, I watched it multiple times in theaters, obviously. When I watched it the second time in theaters, then I got it because I was just dumb because I didn't really understand. The Hulk didn't explain it well. He didn't explain it as well. Like, you could have just said it just goes to another timeline, but whatever. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Pretty confusing aspect. This is my opinion about what happened in Endgame. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Also, this intro will be in Quarantine Summer Vlog Series number 3. I was filming the intro from over there, so that'll be in a bit. But part of Quarantine Summer Vlog Series, we'll have these behind the scenes. Stay safe. Peace out. Have a great day. Bye.